Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Respect Thine Combat, episode 216. I know this is now the second week in a row where you guys aren't seeing the countdown, but deal with it. I just want to get right into it, all right? We got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to go over. And if you're offended, well, there's a lot of other channels that you can go watch. I mean, I don't know. Go watch Destiny. Apparently, he'll probably be more in tune with what you want. Anyway, before I get too political with this, hey, Don Hayes, how's it going?
I mean, I've been having a lot of fun.
Oh, I know you're having a lot of fun because at the beginning of the season, we were all making jokes about your team, and now your team is actually one of the better ones.
Exactly. And on top of that, we saw Blue Australian Smurf on Monday.
Blue Australian. Really? Blue Australian Smurf.
An Australian Smurf, yes.
Okay, well, with that being said, I feel like this is a good time to bring this man. Oh, well, okay, hold on. He just disappeared. He said, give him a second. He's having technical difficulties.
Are you sure it's technical difficulties, or is he gonna go cry?
I don't know. I think he's crying. I think I might have made him laugh too hard. I'm not sure. There he is.
Dang, that's the second person Oscar made cry this week.
There we go. Okay, hey Monkey, how you doing?
I had to get my headphones in.
Oh, I thought I made you die too quickly because of the comment I made about Destiny.
I love the U-Pole plug.
So, were you also happy with seeing the Blue Australian Smurf this week?
You know what? Y'all better leave my goth Smurf alone, okay? Mommy's been through enough this week, thank you. She's stuck in a fucking anime love triangle. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. It's very entertaining. Don't know what the fuck's going on.
Bruh, it is a Japanese cultural thing on social class. Asuka talked about it on her YouTube channel and was like, yeah, I am Asuka and Kairi Senior. So in our culture, they gotta follow what I say.
That's why every time when Kairi apologizes, it's Kairi!
Kairi.
And then that's why Io ate that back fist.
Kairi makes the entire angle. I am more entertained by Kairi than anything.
Bruh.
Now.
And we're going to get into it, but you're really about to be pissed come Crown Jewels. But yeah.
Now, we are not alone as every week. We do have a special guest this week. You have seen him on House of Champions Wrestling, the Establishment Wrestling, and Toma Pro Wrestling, as well as other promotions all across Central Florida and across certain parts of the Southern United States. Mr. Viral Moment himself, Wilson Dyer. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing amazing. My cat's now wanting to join the stream, guys. My cat has now decided to join. I'm doing good. It's a bad day to be a Bengals fan, but I'm not going to get into that. We're talking about football teams. I feel like I have the worst luck out of everyone.
I'm trying to save my house. I'm trying to save my family from going insane, so I love it.
I was going to say, we're Dolphins fans.
I'm surprised Burrow lasted more than 1 week behind that offensive line. I'm so sorry. I know what it's like, man. I ain't got one either.
Hey, we can officially say now that Tua lasted longer than Burrow.
That ain't saying much right now, but okay.
Well, I don't know what's worse. That or having a mother that's a Browns fan and a older brother that's a Steelers fan. So, yeah.
Bro, try me.
Your life is fun.
Bro, try me. Try me. A mother who's a Dolphins fan and a dad who's a Jets fan.
Oh, how does that work?
I don't know.
That's sacrilege.
Yeah. That is
I guess it makes sense
legit. I had to deal with me being a Colts fan and cousins that are Titan from Tennessee. So you already know last week I was ready to talk my ish. But moving on before we get too sidetracked over our fantasy leagues.
Hey,
we are now going to hop into the mainstream highlights before we get too distracted here. Now, the Bella Twins called 2K out over Nikki's outdated model that was just added to the game. Now, did anyone here have a chance to see her in-game model for 2K25?
Yes, and this is why I brought it up. It was
Dyer,
legit.
you can explain about it then, because I'll just talk shit.
So legit, 2K with their most recent patch for their version of 2K NBA 2K's neighborhood added another venue that had Goldberg, Nikki Bella, and another arena for $20. But the model for Goldberg looked retro. Kind of seemed okay because Goldberg really didn't alter his look too much outside of the gray in his beard. Nikki, on the other hand,
Stone Cold
had her
clone.
legit had her gear from 2023 outside of the references to the Bella twins and Brie, and still had the bob she had when she was fighting Ronda Rousey. Oh, the Bellas and Nikki, on top of a lot of Diva stands, have been on 2K's neck over that, especially since they had to pay $20 for an outdated model. Yes, the island expansion for 2 characters and 1 random arena is $20.
I have one question before I say it. Did
What?
they have like a year next to her name, or it's just Nikki Bella?
It's just Nikki Bella.
Okay, so I mean, there's some credence, but it sounds like we were bitching about a bunch of things. This sounds like something like a non a nothing burger. But I understand women do care about how they are represented.
Oh yeah. Like I said, when I started saying Diva stands and then
Have you all seen
Oh.
some character models? I mean, there's plenty to bitch about.
Oh,
There's
God.
plenty that are
There's some pretty fucking
outdated.
bad ones.
yeah, the fact that I think it's more so you paying $20 for 2 outdated models in a random arena. That's the thing that pissed me off, and I'm like, wait, what?
Because that's not $20 worth for 2 fucking wrestlers in an arena, bro. That's like for $20, you're getting 4 in 2 arenas in most of the other packs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And for less,
You're getting like 4 or 5 wrestlers at the most. With
Now-
for that entire price, you had 90% of the season pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to some better news. Mickey James and the original Beautiful People will be inducted this year into the 2025 TNA Hall of Fame.
So
I feel
Mickey
like this is-
James,
I personally feel like this is well deserved. A little overdue, if you say it to say the least. Mickey James, especially, I think she's one of the few that were the trailblazers that made TNA more popular back in the day, as well as the Beautiful People. I mean, not gonna lie though, with the Beautiful People, it was more so because everyone liked to stare at their tits and ass. But I mean, now if you actually want to see them, you could just subscribe to their OnlyFans. But anyway, moving
oh
on.
my God. Okay, so, and I will say this, Mickey was actually in, maybe it considered a TNA original, because that's how long she's been with the company. She
Yes,
was in The Gathering with Raven and CM Punk.
yes.
And then
I mean,
the Beautiful People that are going in are specifically just Velvet and Angelina. Fuck you, Tony.
yeah. I mean,
So Madison Rain is not going in there, even though she should be going in there.
I would even go as far to say that Mickey James should be a part of this year's Hall of Fame class for WWE, or next year. I'm sorry,
The
because
2026.
yeah, I think it's time that she gets inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. She was a big part of the ending of the Attitude Era with her shtick with Trish Stratus.
That was the start of the Ruthless Aggression, right?
Yeah. And that was a storyline that to this day people still talk about. I mean, even though part of it was certain things that I can't mention online, but
The Mania match.
yes, the Mania match.
Oh,
where
Lord.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at
I don't
that.
want to see your tongue. Pause.
But anyway, congratulations to them. Now, it was earlier in the week reported by Meltzer that Piper Niven was dealing with an undisclosed injury. The injury has now been disclosed. She is dealing with a neck injury currently. Thankfully, it is nothing that'll be career spiteful. So she will be okay.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people were confused on why when the Harvests were getting the tag title shots, it was Alba and Chelsea, not Alba and Piper.
Right. Now, here's something that just genuinely has me like, what the fuck? WrestleMania 42 ticket prices were released this week. Dear God, they hurt.
The pre-sales are out, and no.
For 400 section, the tippy top, nosebleeds, close to $1,000 per ticket. If you want a floor seat, well, you better be heading to that bank for a fucking loan because it's $32,000 a ticket.
No fuck way, bro.
Yeah.
I wish I was BSing. A return trip to Vegas, or really shell that money out in 2 years for Saudi.
In a state that already bleeds your money by the hour.
And all I have to say to this is, what the fuck, Keebler?
Thank you.
Don't make
What
this
the fuck?
Keys, you better figure this shit the fuck out.
You either figure this out or you're not getting your pound of flour next month.
He ain't kidding, bro.
I'm not.
You know you control that shit.
And then just so you all know, I'm not being biased. Mr. Tony, what in the fuck are those tag titles? What in the copy and paste bullshit is that? And to everyone being on like, but WWE, at least they changed the color of the strap. Dickheads.
Hey, something's bothering me.
The women got a different design
What's different about the design?
in WWE versus AEW.
Oh, yeah.
For the
I
women-
was about to say, what is different about the AEW design? The fact that it says women's?
Yeah, exactly. For the WWE, men's and women's, granted, it was the damn hubcaps versus the pennies, but they were still different designs and straps. It's legit the same
terrible.
design, just different plates.
They're terrible. They're
Hey,
absolutely fucking
I got a
horrible.
question. I know it's like totally non sequitur. I'm totally about to derail for a second here, but just remind me something real quick if anybody's got any memory, because it's bothering me. So I was doing something on the sidebar here. Did Sonny have a Playboy spread? I know.
Why is that
Why is this
up
coming
for
up?
discussion?
I will explain in a second. But did she? Do you remember that? Because I think I know China did, and I know Tori did. The reason I'm bringing this up is because in that prior topic, we were talking about Mickie James going into the WWE Hall of Fame. And what I was going to say is, well, they're probably not going to do that, but from her OnlyFans, because I know that was a problem. That's been a problem for a lot of these girls coming back into the WWE. My argument would have been, if I'm looking at the Hall of Fame here, Tori, China, Sonny are all in it, and I'm pretty sure they all have Playboys.
Sonny has a felony.
And Sonny has a felony.
Oh Lord!
So that would lend credence to that argument. Sorry, yeah, we can go back to that other topic. But that shit was bothering me, so it's working.
Wilson, did you by chance see the new tag titles?
Yeah, I did. I saw it while I was like scrolling. Like, I was just kind of like scrolling aimlessly, and then all of a sudden, like, happened to see that they have unveiled the new tag titles. But yeah, it's so weird because exactly like with WWE, like WWE at least made the titles a different design, and I feel like AEW's always kind of been like, I feel like had their hand on the pulse when it comes to like designing belts that fans can usually get behind, but they literally just copy and pasted the titles, which is very I don't know. I don't like it. I think every title should be unique because
Exactly. No, I think every single last title should be unique. And I mean, honestly, I gave up on them, and you guys already know what rant is about to come. I gave up on them when they called it the unified fucking title. You had the perfect goddamn opportunity to call it the Intercontinental title, and you didn't do it.
Please mute him.
Dude, no, he's I get it. It's fair. It's a fair crash out,
Look,
bro.
it was a combination. Look, you were combining the international and the continental title. Intercontinental. Intercontinental.
That's what I'm saying. Just mute him because he's gonna just rant for 5 minutes. Let him.
That's what gets us the views, damn it.
And your audio spiking, so shut up.
Anyway, before I give myself a heart attack, Joe Hendry is
Not fun.
Joe Hendry is slowly being phased out of TNA programming for an impending NXT contract signing. No shit. And honestly, every single week it gets funnier. It gets fucking funnier. This week they had him disguised as a NASCAR driver.
Can I just say the only thing about it that I don't like is that they've really waited a long time to just pull the fucking trigger on Joe Hendry.
Well, they had to wait.
Yeah,
They had to wait on his contract, which TNA effed that up with his world title reign, just like they're doing with Mike's.
Yep. It would have been yeah, I mean, we can get into that later. But,
Yeah, we're talking Victory Road later, so yeah.
Yeah. Now, AJ Styles has officially announced that he will be retiring from professional wrestling as of next year.
Yeah. Insane. I was reading about that. That was
my childhood, man.
We're losing Cena and Styles in the next 2 years.
We're losing Tanahashi after this year too.
Yeah.
I understand with Styles, and Styles makes sense when he says like, "Yo, I want you to remember me as AJ Styles." Look at Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that too, and the stipulation they added pissed me off so bad.
Even like I hate to say it, but like even like Cena's like tour that he's been doing, like it was very like I don't want to say it
was
felt
better
like
when he was a heel.
Exactly. It's like okay, you have this like run, but it's like it wasn't like we were getting like OG Cena who we like watch. You know, it was very much like Cena who's clearly been on the like road for as many years and clearly has been in Hollywood.
It was almost feeling forced to an extent.
Exactly.
I think Cena's run was better when he was a heel because it was a fresh story on a character.
Right.
It was something we didn't see. It was a broken version of Cena. It was a hate-filled version of Cena. He had problems with the crowd. Like, this was interesting to me. And they hit that abort button like overnight, and now it's like the same old shit. So yeah, you get bored.
With the Cena heel turn, I feel like the thing is though is that if they would have kept like how he was with CM Punk, like I feel like that promo is like a beautiful example of like it's not an issue that Cena doesn't know how to play heel, because I feel like there was a lot of talk online where people were like, Cena just can't get this crowd to hate him. It's like, no, you just have to put him against the right people and let Cena do his thing because he knows what he's doing out there.
Right.
Exactly.
Like he's the greatest of all time for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Like let him do his thing.
But like you saw that promo where he's literally sitting on the top turnbuckle. Punk's gone through the table. And it's
he
like
fires his own pipe bomb on him.
And dude, that was gold.
That was the peak of his run, dude. That was the peak of his run.
And the fact they wasted 2 matches of his last year on Logan Paul pissed me off so bad.
Honestly, though, I don't hate that as much as a lot of people would like. This is coming from the guy who goes by the influence Wilson Dyer. Yeah, you know what? I know it seems a little on the nose, but in all honesty, I think it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think it should have been 2 matches. I feel like the one in Clash in Paris was like, say what you will about Logan Paul, say what you will about like his like, you know, whether he should be in this or not. That match was a really good match. And I think if you gave like Cena a different match at Money in the Bank, right? Like,
it was SummerSlam.
Yeah. I feel like if you would have given him a different match than the tag team match, I would have been a little bit more happy. But I feel like Logan Paul getting one of those matches, they're clearly setting up Logan Paul to be a main player in the next coming years. So
I will say, if you If you're pissed that Logan Paul had 2 matches with John Cena, but you're not pissed that Logan Paul's entry match, which was against Roman Reigns, you know,
Oh, trust me, the fact that he's had multiple world title opportunities,
like
just
that was his
as
entry match. That was like his first match. Was Roman fucking Reigns. Like
Yeah.
he did. He proved that there's no ladder in WWE. Like it's just
Yeah. No, he did.
yeah,
Now, some good news out of this week with honestly something funny. Orange Cassidy made his return to AEW. Now, you're probably wondering why on the lower third banner it says someone from AEW is getting fired. Well, this is the reason why I think someone from AEW is getting fired. And
Show
show me
it.
the screen. As you can see on the screen, that someone did not double check their files when they uploaded his graphics. Someone completely forgot to
multi-billion
make
dollar
sure.
company.
Now,
Where
here's
is he?
here's the thing that
Where's
gets me,
Okada?
right? Here's the thing, right? Now, something that some of you may not know, and I mean, you guys probably know about it because I always talk about that I do multimedia advertising outside of here. Now, Wilson is also a graphic designer. So the second I saw this, I actually sent him here's the thing. Me and Wilson are actually friends outside of here. Like we talk on a regular basis. So as soon as I saw this, I immediately texted him. I'm like, bruh, see? I texted him and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he's just like, oh my God.
You sent it to me too.
Yeah, I texted all of you guys. And I'm just like, dude, because here's the thing. Like, you had to export that file. You had to, that shows that you did not watch that file back. Before you handed it off, you did not make sure that everything was correct. What the fuck is going on in AEW?
Whoever is
Have
their
you seen
editor,
their lower thirds, Eric? Like, what do you
Yes!
mean? We know they're having seizures in the truck, dude. They're doing cocaine.
okay.
What is it? They're just, oh, fuck, I missed my cue.
That's exactly it, dude. Every time something like that happens, it's because
Somebody's not checking their file renders.
Like, bro, that is so,
The
like,
dude
you
went-
always check the render file.
Oh, fuck! Put it up! Fuck! Put it up! And that's how we get what we got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even.
I mean, look, I'm just going to pull this up. How do you fuck up this bad? Like, dude, I don't know independent promotions that fuck up this bad.
maybe it's Tony Khan himself in the truck. Have we ever considered that?
And it was for a major return angle. This happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was like a major return. Like this was his first time back in like what, 9 months?
Yup. And they needed the Tron because of the angle they were doing.
Like, how do you fuck up this bad? How do you fuck up this bad? Like, this is terrible.
Puff puff. Pass.
We're just gonna move on. Apparently our conclusion is AEW production is retarded. WWE has officially trademarked Invasion. And there are talks of there being a collaboration PLE between NXT and TNA.
I mean, if they don't get that title back from Trick before that, I'll know something.
If they don't get the title back from Trick before then that means Trick is probably going to die at Invasion.
Oh, yeah. Because he's the one that started this whole thing anyway. And the reason behind it.
Yeah.
Because the roster got pissed over Trick big leaguing them. And then until, of all people, Ash by Elegance beating JC, her big leaguing them. Which is funny, because that's Dana Brooke.
It's funny.
So my thought process though is I feel like it's gonna be kind of like because TNA's already obviously invaded NXT, so I think what's gonna happen is probably the reverse. Like Trick's gonna lose the title, and then that's going to cause the NXT roster to get behind Trick to go after TNA.
Did TNA really invade NXT? Are we sure that wasn't NXT 2015 invading NXT 2025?
What are you talking about? They had Zack Ryder, guys.
Nah, here's the thing. I agree with Monkey because their roster.
Right. No, you're definitely right.
I've had that discussion with Eric. I wish it would have happened like 2-3 years ago, because now the TNA roster looks like WWE castaways.
They've effectively turned TNA into the B League for NXT, which is wild. And then they went and had Trick Williams take their belt from them. That like
Trick Williams and JC Jane. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
that's, if you think about it, that's pretty fucked. Like, I get that they're getting a whole bunch of benefits on the back end, with developing wrestlers and all that shit, but like they've completely fucked the company on that optics level, dude. They just look like a cuck to NXT now.
And there's reports going around, and I know we're skipping around the outline, Eric, but there are reports going around that after the Hardys are done with the Dudleys, they want the NXT tag titles.
Who has the NXT tag titles right now? I'm out of touch right
Dark
now.
State.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we're gonna get the Dudleys versus the Hardys 20 years too late, and then the Hardys want to have a fucking tag run 15 years too late.
Oh, we will get to that when we get to the Victory Road section. Eric, continue.
I feel like this is the wrestling equivalent of Russell Wilson's career.
Oh, Monkey, we will get to that when we get to Victory Road. The Victory Road preview, because oh my gosh. Eric,
Now,
go
to
ahead.
round out the mainstream highlights, Io's opponent for WWE's Japan tour for when they partner with Marigold has been revealed to be Mayu Iwatani on October 26th. How do you guys all feel about that? I thought she retired.
No, Mayu just went to Marigold. She left Stardom and went to Rossi's new promotion.
Oh. That makes more sense.
Because Stardom does not know what the hell they're doing, but that's neither here nor there. But with this, it is so funny because Io is enjoying the time and the opportunity to work with another one of her longtime friends that she hadn't worked with in 7.5 years, after the other Sky Pirate chose Asuka over her and turned Monkey's Aussie girlfriend into a Smurf.
And now has Kyrie constantly getting yelled at.
Hey, that's all Asuka's fault.
Yeah. Well, we also did have some tough news this week. Oh boy. Now,
If this is where it's going, oh god.
Unless
viewer discretion advised.
Yes, viewer discretion is advised for this one. Opinions will be flaring. You guys just know whatever they are. If you get offended, go somewhere else. Go watch Destiny.
And if you are someone that gets triggered by domestic violence or anything,
I would also suggest going away because this conversation will trigger you 100%. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, Masha Slamovich has come under heat as of Tuesday, once the PWI list was released, on allegations made against her in regards to her ex-boyfriend, Akira. Now, these allegations were made towards her that she was physically and verbally abusive, that she threatened to kill him, the whole nine. Now, me being me, I base all of my, because of the fact that I used to be, I'll straight up say it, a libtard. Now, because of the fact that I've gone more independent, I usually keep all of my stuff to fact, and I will typically try to make sure that facts are straight whenever I'm talking about a subject. This one in particular, it was not difficult to find the information because the guy who made the thread, from what I read, he's an ex-roommate of theirs, created a Dropbox link that had over 100 photos in it. And most of those photos were screenshot conversations between the two of them. Now, what I'll say
I
is,
just saw. Wait. I just saw what was posted in a thread. You mean there were over 100 photos like what I sent you in the Dropbox?
oh yeah,
Holy
there was like days upon days, if not months, of conversations in that Dropbox.
damn!
Oh yeah, no, I actually fell down the rabbit hole and I ended up reading most of them. And this is what I'm gonna say I took away from it. And you can call me biased, you can call me whatever. Domestic violence is never something to kid around about. And I understand relationships are hard. I understand, sometimes you guys are going to get on each other's nerves. Obviously, you're not going to be each other's favorite person 24/7, 365, because sometimes we do stupid shit. We're not perfect. But your response to somebody saying something that you don't like should never be violence. And that's the one part where I disagreed here. Was I was reading conversations where she openly admitted that she punched him in the face. And she was stating that it was because she had a bad match, and that because he was giving her critique that she didn't like, she punched him in the face. See, me, that's little bitch mentality. Straight the fuck up. Like, I don't care if you're a woman or a man. That is little bitch mentality. Like, either suck it the fuck up and learn how to take a critique, or don't do it. It's that simple. Or don't do it. Like, if you can't handle the bad days just as well as you can handle the good days, don't fucking do it. It's that simple. But what really set me off here was when I read part of the conversation where apparently this is where it completely cut ties between them. Now, I'm a big advocate for marijuana. I love marijuana. I smoke on a daily fucking basis. But I don't really think you should be trying to take marijuana with you on a flight. I don't think it's the best idea to try to go through TSA with a bag of weed. And see, that's what set me off completely, because she was going off on him via text message because apparently he was supposed to meet up with her at the airport to give her some stuff and apparently to give her a bag of weed. He didn't get there in time. And because of that, apparently that was where she like cut all ties with him and shit. Now, me personally, that tells me you have a fucking problem and you need to go get help. So I'm going to end it on a positive, so then it doesn't seem like I'm attacking her or wishing any ill will on her, because I don't. I mean, do I think her not being booked with certain promotions now is a good thing? I mean, look, actions have consequences. That's just the way of the world. But I will say that I hope she's getting help. I hope she's in a better state of mind now. I hope she's not the same as she was then. But at the end of the day, that's it. I really hope that she's getting the help that she needs and that she understands that this kind of behavior is unacceptable. That's all I got on it. Hey, you guys got any comments?
So I'll go over
If
the.
he would have hit back, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
This is also true. And Akira's
Fair.
a deathmatch wrestler.
Yeah. But so on top of Prestige, she got pulled from Defy. Obviously, TNA pulled her from Victory Road tonight in the midst of contract negotiations.
Yup.
And she was slated for the Knockouts World title match. That's why Ash doesn't have a match on her.
Yep.
But she was also slated to lose that match. So that's why I'm like, oh yeah, we were getting Indy versus Ash at Bound for Glory. Because Masha was just there to be the buffer to try and get Ash over.
Yeah.
Now, Ash is not even though she's been doing some of the best character work of her career, she's just there. And the build for Bound for Glory is just like, what the hell?
Yes. Unfortunately, now it's a little thrown off by this whole situation, but
yeah.
I mean, like I said, unfortunately,
feminist down bad today. Sorry.
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry. I just have my only comment to all of this is, quite honestly, if if Buddy would have hit back, and we would have had evidence of that, this conversation would be happening. That's fucked up. And I bet you anything, if we actually looked into it, more people are like this, and we don't know. But
exactly.
the consequences need to be happening more and more. Like, and this should be talked about more and more, because it needs to be kind of like put in our society overall, not just in like sports and wrestling and shit. That like just because you got a pussy doesn't mean you can go fucking smacking people that you have no business smacking for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, and it's weird. And I'm sorry we're going into this type of discussion, but this is what it is. But when it comes to domestic violence with the man being the abuser, yeah, it gets talked about a lot more. But when it's the woman being the hyper aggressive abuser, it really doesn't get talked about. So I do agree. Stuff like this needs to be put in the limelight more. And
we want to care about men's mental health more. This is how you do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And I think one thing I'll say about this, because obviously, like, everything you guys are saying is like very true. But I think the other thing is, it's like, when you're in this profession of like professional wrestling, and your like life is constantly on the road, treat your partner with respect, because it's like, this is one of those situations where it's like, there's not many people that would put up with like the life that us pro wrestlers live. So that's like the one thing that like just it baffles me, because it like the life that pro wrestlers live, like it's a crazy life, and as like, it's like, why you would go and risk that just because feelings get flared and things get heated. That's just insane to me. So
100%. Speaking about
I kind of feel that, dude, because I'm not a pro wrestler, but I'm a DJ. And while my full life ain't on the road, being a DJ does come with its relationship problems. Like I'm with a woman that I've been with since middle school, so I've got a really, really strong relationship. But I've seen DJs' relationships crumble all the time for different reasons: jealousy of going out, shit to that nature, women all around you, blah 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 blah. When you find somebody, and it's a rarity because there's not many people in this world that will put up with being on the road all the time, being around women all the time, blah, 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 blah. When you find somebody that's like, all right, I get it, I understand it, I'll deal with it, I love you anyway, let's make it work. To throw that all away for arguments and stupidity, bro, you gotta think about the bigger picture, because this is how motherfuckers, end up cat ladies or cat people in their 60s and 70s.
yeah.
now,
And before we go on, I don't know if it's been updated yet, but I'm assuming Brett's gonna pull it. But
I would assume
around a couple days, like a couple hours before all this got made public, she got advertised for a match with Zach Wentz. So I don't know if that match got pulled or changed and they quickly found a new opponent or what. And of course, I'm talking about Brett Lauderdale and GCW.
right.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Oh
That
yeah,
one's
no,
gonna be an interesting
no,
one.
we know exactly what you're talking about. Now,
Some listeners might not know.
Now, can someone elaborate a little bit on what exactly is the situation where Gail Kim got in an argument with an AEW mark?
Okay, so of course there's a A41 documentary coming out on Deathmatch Wrestling.
Okay.
Gail Kim's never been really too much of a fan, and then of course one of the points was betrayal of Asian women, and because she had a very rough go during the Divas era and Vince, and yet her take and criticism, especially when she was her AEW Women's World Title run, Rio and even a me, and I dare somebody to try and come after me on my own stuff, but Rio came off with the appearance and the feel of a 9-year-old girl in some aspects. And that's just a critique, not whatever. And not everybody's style of like gear or appearance anywhere. She's a fan of EO and a fan of a few other Joshi wrestlers that have transcended over to North America perfectly. Rio has not, partially because she half the time she goes to and from Japan, but I don't think to North American audiences she has got over that stigma of Japanese schoolgirl. And that was critique. And then she got that one line she got ran into by the AEW supermarks and ran her name through the mud and kept calling her Gail, Cornette, Kim, yada yada.
Yeah.
So it was basically a Twitter fight.
Yeah. She got into a Twitter fight all because she is not a fan of Rio and death matches. Rio's like aesthetic and death matches.
Get bent?
Yeah. So they almost bullied somebody who is married to a Michelin star chef. They tried to bully her off Twitter all because they didn't like death matches and didn't care for Tony's portrayal of Japanese Joshis.
Right. Now, last weekend we did also have we had a few pay-per-views last weekend. We had AEW All Out to start things off. Now, there were 13 matches, including 3 matches in the buy-in. I am not going through that entire fucking card because that's way too much shit. We did see the debut of Beth Copeland, and I wouldn't necessarily say she's officially all elite because there wasn't one of those graphics pushed out saying that she's like under contract. And now seeing that, we don't necessarily know if Cope is even staying with AEW. She may have just come in to get spiked pile drive, which the fuck? You literally just brought her in to get pile driven?
Well, beat up Stokely, but also Cope is going back on set is the reported reason why they shot that angle.
Yeah.
So he's got another 2 seasons of stuff he's getting ready to go shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go film the last 2 seasons of Percy Jackson, I believe.
Yeah, Percy Jackson, and I think another show that he's doing. So
makes more sense.
They just wrote him off in the most awkward way in a backstage segment.
Sorry, drones. It's not for Cena.
Now, we did also see the reuniting of the Jurassic Express, which did genuinely make me happy. I love that song.
Not my fault. You look like Tarzan boy.
No, I'm genuinely happy. I'm genuinely happy that they reunited. I don't think they should have split up to begin with. And so I'm honestly happy to see them back as a tag team. Chris Statlander is your new AEW Women's World Champion, and she is officially the first woman to hold both. Monkey, shut the fuck up.
Boo!
I will shove my foot so far up your ass. And then
okay, I'm going to stop you right there real quick because I do agree with I hope to God JD's brain doesn't happen, but I could see it.
What?
Chris?
Yeah, bring that up because I want to talk about that.
Okay. Statlander might end up a transit, according to from JD from NY himself.
Fuck JD.
Statlander. I know you want to do that, but
Hear him out.
No, I'm saying fuck JD from NY because he's a little bitch.
I know,
I get
but
that. Hear him out. Your mouth.
Chris, they didn't want to beat Tony because she just lost to her, but World's End, Chris Statlander is dropping that title well after Mercedes had already beaten Jade's record, which she does at
No.
Wrestle Dream.
No.
To
No.
beat Chris Statlander to beat Ultimo Dragon's record at World's End.
No.
That's
I am not
insane.
gonna allow her to beat
Buddy.
Ultimo Dragon's record. I will go
Buddy.
and take one of her belts myself if I have to.
Oh, so you're gonna?
I
I'm not
will
even
run
gonna
into
say
that
it.
ring and say I identify as a woman for the next 60 seconds, so this shit doesn't happen.
Oh God! I didn't want to say it. You did.
They're doing it like this because we wouldn't have stomached her doing that shit to Tony Storm.
Exactly.
We're gonna do it to Statlander, and we're not gonna give a fuck. Okay?
Because Mercedes already beat her twice.
Because we're gonna be pissed at Statlander for fucking beating Tony. Think about it. Think about it like a mark, bro.
Which they didn't even build to Stat doing it or the status that she has now. It's just like, okay, yeah, she's the first one to win both women's titles. Oh, she just beat our record-setting, longest-reigning AEW Women's World Champion. Cool.
Whatever. I'm moving on. We did see Eddie Kingston return after a year and a half off due to a torn ACL, which he looked great. He looked
Yep.
great. I mean, honestly,
Even
I
though
always love watching Eddie Kingston wrestle.
Even though I kind of wish it would have been against somebody other than Big Bill, but okay.
Yeah, if it could have been maybe against someone else, that would have been nice. But like maybe
Yeah.
like Moxley.
I think they're building to that. After Mox kills Darby in this quit match, I think they're building to Mox and Eddie.
Overall, though, it was a pretty fun show. Now WrestlePalooza, however, let's see.
ESPN ripped a new one.
Yeah, ESPN gave it a C, and people in WWE weren't happy about that. I'm just gonna be honest. The show was kind of shit. The opening match was shit.
Did Cena shit himself?
Yeah, the only match on that card that actually entertained me was Io versus Stephanie. That was it.
And I think that one had a little bit. I'm glad it had a clean finish.
The tag match was very entertaining. I take that back.
Yeah.
You know, AJ was noticeably rusty, but 10 years away, you're going to expect that. So I didn't expect her to hit everything.
No, fuck
But
you, Eric. I'm fighting you on this shit. No, fuck you, Eric. The only match that sucked in that whole card was the last one. The
Oh, so you wanted Drew to beat Cody?
The Cody one. It's not that I wanted Drew to beat Cody. It's that it's a rerun. So it's kind of like you know what I'm saying? That one.
With that being said, that was also one of those things where Cody versus Drew, I felt like had the potential to set up Cody's next feud, and they didn't do that, which made, I think the thing is that this show felt very one and done matches, which it's you had AJ Lee and Punk versus Becky and Seth. Well, Seth's now going into a feud with Cody, so it's why does Seth get involved with?
It'll probably set up Becky and AJ.
I mean,
now they have AJ.
So you think they're going to have 3 women's matches on that Crown Jewel card? You're having Stephanie versus tonight's.
And AJ would go into Crown Jewel.
I don't think they will.
That's the next show.
I think AJ has a match. I think AJ Lee will have a match just because I don't see Saudi Arabia not wanting AJ Lee
to Australia.
Come over.
It's Australia.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be the tag match, Kabuki versus Io and Rhea, which unfortunately, Monkey, I got Io and Rhea losing because Io's about to go on the Japan tour and Io getting written off during that match.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Now,
But then also you got
winning
Stephanie versus the triple threat winner for the Crown Jewel Women's Championship. Do you think they're going to have a third women's match when they've already confirmed Cena versus AJ and Seth versus Cody?
I don't think we're building that rivalry for Crown Jewel. Think about the mini rivalries that haven't made it to a pay-per-view. That AJ Lee just got back. She's got ring rust. That was clear. They're probably going to fucking move that along pretty slowly at AJ's pace. But to my overall argument, because I don't want to focus just on that match. The Brock Lesnar match was fucking necessary. That was super fucking necessary. We're introducing Brock Lesnar back into WWE, and Brock Lesnar comes in and does what? Fucking wrecks things, and then the big problem with Brock Lesnar is always, how do we stop this unfucking stoppable monster? So of course, come in, take the fucking guy like John Cena, take a top guy. He probably would have been able to do it to Roman if he was in a match, but take the top guy out and be a fucking asshole about it. Now you can do with Brock whatever. You can have fucking Seth or Paul Heyman try to get him into the Vision and fail to do that. You can have
that's War Games. War Games.
Yeah, you can have him in another match with there's a lot you can now do with Lesnar, but he had to be introduced, and so having him squash Cena in 10 minutes was a great way to bring Brock Lesnar back.
Don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Nah, bro. They know exactly.
I agree with Eric and our president, but also
our president.
Here, hang on. I got the perfect audio for this.
Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Lesnar is a monster.
Oh my gosh. But
Okay.
also,
besides, fuck John Cena. All right, John Cena's already had a good run. All right, it's coming to an end soon. We've got fucking singular dates left. Give it a rest.
Right.
So Monkey, you want Cena's ass like Drew wants Cody's? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're moving on before.
But also,
shut up. We're moving on.
Also, no. This is actually legit. Roman's reportedly done or going to wrap up Street Fighter in the next coming days.
See, you can have Roman Lesnar for the 100th time. There's.
Oh God, no. Monkey, shut the hell up.
Okay, now I'm playing it.
Dummy. Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
All right.
Thank you, Eric.
Now, we do have two events going on this weekend. We have Victory Road as well as No Mercy. Now, Victory Road outside of Ash by Elegance versus Indy Hartwell being confirmed as the Knockouts title match for Bound for Glory. There's no official confirmation yet on what's next for Masha, pending her investigation. So there's that. Trick has officially put a hit out on his Bound for Glory opponent. Wait, that's illegal. And he's going one-on-one with Ridge Holland, with the winner going on to Bound for Glory. Wait, hold on a second. Now Ridge Holland all of a sudden gets a #1 contendership match?
So let me explain the whole ordeal, because even when I was watching this, I'm like, what the hell? Because Ridge Holland randomly showed up last week on TNA, jumped to Mike Santana, and then when they did the post-match backstage, Ridge was like, oh, I got hired by Trick Williams to take you out, and he promised me a world title shot the second I do.
Oh, Jesus.
So Trick basically put the JBL bounty on Mike Santana by a lot of the undercard heels in NXT.
And Team 3D versus the Hardys has been confirmed. It will be a tables match for the TNA World Tag Team Championship for Glory. And Devon did confirm that this will be his final match.
Okay, so with this one, and this is what pisses me off when I was watching their official confrontation, negotiation about the match. The Bully Ray need to let stuff go. They wanted specifically a tables match against the Hardys to be Devon's last match because they brought up Royal Rumble 2000 when the Hardys beat them in New York in a tables match, and that's why they wanted to do it. And now that's how you get the tag titles on Bound for Glory, which will probably main event.
I think it's also because it's a stipulation match. I think it's one of those things where it's like, if you like, they have to have one. So it's like, what match makes sense to be a stipulation match? Hardys versus Team 3D. I would have preferred TLC, honestly, but obviously, like, it's Devon's last match, so
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see him climbing a ladder. I love Devon. Love Devon.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think any of them can climb a ladder. Maybe Jeff. Like,
Jeff
Yeah,
literally. Okay, Jeff climbed one of them helicopter ladders to get
Yeah.
the freaking tag titles in the first place.
yeah, like
That's how they won them. Jeff
Yes,
randomly
have
had a
a problem
helicopter
with-
ladder drop down from the ceiling.
I would have a problem with those two having TLC without ENC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. But
agree.
as we said, Edge is going to film Percy Watson, and then Christian Cage is trying to tell everybody that your father's dead.
Yeah. Now, we will also have NXT No Mercy this weekend. Question being, will Ricky Saints and Lola Vice be the ones to beat Oba and JC?
no. No. I'll outright state it. I'm gonna talk for this one. I don't think so. I love Ricky Saints. I think he is a fucking star. I love Ricky Saints. I don't think he's the guy they're setting up. I think they're setting up Javon Evans to be the guy to beat Oba. So I think it's one of those things where it's going to be Ricky Saints comes close, but I think he's almost going to get the treatment where it's like he's just going to have really good matches and then he's going to get called up before he wins the NXT title. I don't see them putting a belt on him in NXT because right now you have Ethan Page as North American champion, or as he now has it, the Canadian belt. You have the NXT champion as Oba Femi. You have the women's championship as JC Jane. Maybe for like Lola, I feel like is the same thing. I think unfortunately I see her more being like a star, like how Dominic is for AAA, than Lola Vice being the one to beat JC. So I don't think they're the ones to beat them. I think, though, this is going to start the mark of, like, hey, their title reigns are coming to a close here soon.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but who do you have? Granted,
That was a good take.
say it, I agree with Alvarez, not Meltzer, but Alvarez. Why the hell are we 50-50ing Javon with Josh Briggs?
Yeah. Honestly, my thing, though, is that I see this as we're probably going to get I see them pulling the trigger on Javon either right after the invasion, because I saw a take that I was interested in, but obviously, like, someone said that Brock came back just to set up Oba Femi's main roster debut. And I don't hate that take because it's like, how do you set up Oba Femi to be like a giant star? Have him take out Brock once, like have Brock.
I like that.
So I think that's if you really want to like set up Oba Femi, I think it's right after the invasion angle with NXT, have Oba go against Javon win the title, and then set up Oba Femi to the main roster to go after Brock. And then for JC, I think, unfortunately, like as obviously I see the notes in here about Jasmine Nix, I would have had someone from her own faction be the one to take the belt off her. Just as because JC came from obviously Toxic Attraction, and I feel like that was kind of the story they were going to tell. But maybe it's even something. I don't know. Out of the women's roster, I don't really see anyone as like, oh, this person is the one to take it off JC. I feel like there's not been one like breakout star that like I can think of that goes, oh yeah, we need to put the belt on her soon.
So I will say this. I know people are going to get pissed at me for it, but it's pretty clear they're going to add Lainey Reed and most likely she's getting that speed title off of Soul this weekend to what's left of Fatal Influence.
Yeah.
But I do see Fallon being the one to eventually beat JC.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They already had Fallon pretty well like booked because she's already been North American champion if I'm not mistaken.
She's
On
won everything but the NXT Women's title. She won the tag titles with Kiana James.
Yeah.
So she
So
just needs the NXT Women's title to be a triple crown. And as Shotzi put it, it's less about people getting caught up when they feel like they're ready. It's whether or not the main roster has a legit spot for what they need and what they want.
yeah.
And
That's why
Maxine is a case of it to where she got caught up because they had a perfect spot for her.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Now,
Yeah.
Wilson,
Hi.
I have quite a few questions for you.
I see now the lower banner has now changed to exclusive interview with Wilson Dyer, which I love.
Yes. So I have to start things off something that's not listed, and it's more so something that we've had as like an internal joke. So I wanted to bring it up here. Why would you say that you believe the TISM is a superpower?
Wait. I think it's okay.
What a
so-
question, Eric.
That's your first question for me. I love it. Listen, I don't get asked this on any other podcast, so this is great. Because unfortunately, I think the thing is that people are so rigidly in a box. Like they're so rigidly in a box that like when it comes to it, it's just one of those things that you just have to think outside the box when you're in this specific industry, because if not, you're never gonna be. I don't want to say you're never gonna be someone, but you're never gonna make it past like where you set your standards.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes complete sense. Now, you've gotten to train recently with former WWE superstar Lacey Lane. What would you say your biggest takeaway was from that seminar?
You know, getting to train under Lacey has been so interesting because it's like just seeing like because obviously if you've watched any of her work, she's a very fast-paced wrestler. Like she is very like, but it's like even though she's fast-paced, she knows how to like slow down and take the moments. So I think that'd be my biggest takeaway is like she has such a great mix on her style of wrestling that just allows her to be both in the moment but also quick with it, that allows people to get excited in the moment. So but she's been amazing. It's crazy that I get to train under her.
Oh, I bet. I mean, I feel like that's anyone's dream is to be able to train under a former WWE superstar.
Yeah.
And
Now-
it's crazy because she's also a product of the Team 3D Academy. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah. So also
ahead.
I've worked with Jake St. Patrick, who's one of the head coaches of Devon School.
nice. Very nice.
It's actually funny. In my wrestling case, I have kick pads from Jake, which
nice.
which is insane. An insane thing to say, but I love
Right.
Jake. He's awesome.
Now, besides wrestling for a living, you also are a graphic designer. So, what would you say made you go down that path as well? I mean, I already know the answer to this, but I'd like everyone else to know.
So it's kind of always been something I've always done. Like when I was like younger, like I remember I would make like graphics for like, you know, just like I would make like little graphics for myself. But it was also just I think the thing that like the need for it. Like there's so many independent promotions that you see graphics or just independent wrestlers who need graphic design work done, and it's like, you know, if you can provide the need, or you can provide the answer to that want, you know, why not? So it's just kind of a mixture of like my own passions and like loving graphic design, and then also just like seeing the need for it in the independent sphere.
Right. No, that makes sense. Now, recently I saw a promo go out on Instagram. It was going between you and this guy, Rose. What is he? Fucking champagne. But anyway, so he currently has the SPW Phoenix Championship. How long are you going to let him hold on to it?
Well, obviously, unfortunately, I'm still not medically cleared to wrestle. I know. It's a sad day. It's a sad day. We don't get to see Wilson Dyer wrestle. I know. But right now I'm gonna let him do his thing, which isn't, it's not anything compared to me, because obviously I'm better looking. The belt would look a lot better around my waist. But regardless, I think if I had to put a target, end of 2025, beginning of 2026.
Yeah.
If we're throwing on a dartboard, I think we'll throw right around there.
Right. So speaking about 2026, I was actually going to say, what would you say some of your goals are going into 2026?
Well, firstly, become champion. I think we're going. Let's answer that one right there. I think also I just want to like have one of my because I think this will be. I started obviously wrestling fully and traveling for shows right around March, April of this year. So this will be the first full year of me actually getting to wrestle for a full year. So just really hitting the roads. I know obviously I've only wrestled pretty much down south, so North Carolina and Florida are two of the places. So for me, I'd love to go back up to New York and wrestle, go to California. Just really hit the roads and just, start to really get out there. As well, just knock another couple names off my dream opponents list. Obviously, as much as I may hate Rose because he holds the title that should be mine. He's someone I've wanted to face for a while. We trained together when I first started wrestling. So, it's kind of a really cool moment for us to get to work in that sphere. Work with Reese Maddox, Kid Kuda, Big Boy Patty. Those are three people I'd love to work with again.
Right.
DMC over the establishment. He's obviously got a shtick where he's currently going by nothing. So that's an interesting storyline. I'd love to work with him again because he's one of my head coaches who's trained me. So I think just knocking a couple of names off of my dream list opponents or my dream opponents list. Yeah, because I keep a list. I literally have a notes app page full of all of my matches and how the match went. What I have all my details. And currently I am at before my injury, I am currently at 16 matches. 16 matches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all, seeing you just started taking bookings in April.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's not bad at all.
Hitting the roads.
Right. So
and that's also, obviously we got the rest of the year. So 16, we may end around 25, 30.
Right. So final question, and this is the typical question that we ask everybody. It's 2 a.m. You just got done beating up Rose, and you are the new SPW Phoenix champion. Where are you going to stop to grab some food?
Ooh, this is hard.
You don't look like the typical answer.
I was gonna say it's 2 a.m.
You petty.
Well, he did say he was gonna drink mimosas with my mom. So you know what? Maybe I go get a mimosa at 2 a.m. But
Maybe hit up his mom.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll go get mimosas with his mom. But see, I'm such a foodie as well. I am really I love going out for food. You know what? I'm gonna go shit. My first response was Chili's. But like Chili's isn't open at 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
But like my mind would immediately go to like Chili's. But maybe like a Waffle House. You know what? Get some waffles.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm going Waffle House. It's 2 a.m.
What the fuck did you think he was gonna say? What the fuck did you think he was gonna say, monkey?
Nah, dude, he didn't look like the guy that was gonna give a regular answer. He tried not to. Like he had three other options before he got to that.
Yeah. Listen, I would if Chili's is open at 2 a.m. like this specific night, I'm going to Chili's. Like
Right.
If Chili's was 24 hours, Waffle House ain't getting that business, bro.
Oh yeah. Now, our open discussion topic for this week is the PWI Top 500. How do y'all feel about the list that got released this week?
I should be number one.
You're not
You should
Cody
be number
Rhodes.
one?
So dye your hair blonde and just tell people, whoa.
And spend about $2 million every single show on fireworks.
What man?
Cody got number one, monkey. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, where's the list though?
We got the top 10
All right, what's
in the outline.
Top 10 is number 1, Cody Rhodes. Number 2, John Moxley. Number 3, Gunther. Number 4, Hangman. Number 5, Hiroki Goto. Number 6, Jey Uso. Number 7, Swerve Strickland. Number 8, Seth Rollins. Number 9, Mystico. Number 10, Will Ospreay.
I think overall it's a good list. It's a good like top 10. The only one that I feel like is out of place for me is Jay. Only because like he's had some great matches, like, but I think if you're just going like if you're really like this is the top 500.
Well, here, I wanted to actually, while we're talking about the PWI Top 100, I'll give a nice little plug over to NWA, where our NWA World Heavyweight Champion made it to number 44. Shut up!
Wait. Hold on. Am I reading this correctly where they have Moxley at 2?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that at all.
Okay, and then we have...
What number would you put Mox then, monkey?
Will you let me do my plug?
Mox wouldn't be in the 10 for me. Mox maybe be like just outside of the 10, maybe 11 or 12. I wouldn't put Mox there, no.
But you would keep Jay.
Okay, that's it.
Jay's a fucking...
All right, I'm finishing my plug here because them two won't shut the fuck up. All right, so Big Strong Mims over here, he was number 100. Carson Drake, number 116. Alex Taylor, number 170. Kerry Morton, 223. Then we got EC3 at 261. Pretty Boy Smooth at 283. Brian Idol at 287. Colby Carino at 294. Silas Mason at 363. Jeremiah Plunkett at 376. And there we go. God damn it. Was it that hard to shut up for 30 fucking seconds?
No, because you're supposed to do the plugs at the end when you're just trying to kill
I wasn't plugging. This wasn't a plug. I was plugging this was relevant.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the PWI Top 500. Those are honorable mentions who are in the top 500.
Monkey, let him have his moment so he doesn't get canned.
All right, listen. Jey Uso maybe not in the top 10 either, although you can argue he's at least a fucking wrestler. Moxley.
Yes. Here's the thing with Jay. World title, IC title within the...
weren't good. I'll give him that.
Yeah, those two, the amount of merch sales off that entrance alone and the connection to the kids. So I could see him.
The runs weren't good. Like
oh yeah, we know that. All you had to do was just listen to Rikishi.
Weren't good. He was basically a transition both times.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
They got Punk low. They got Priest low. They got Fatu low. Although I can understand Fatu. He just came in. They got LA.
Yeah, Fatu I can understand.
They got LA Knight and Braun Breaker insanely low.
How low did Braun and
they got Braun Breaker 24 and LA Knight at 22. To give you a context, Nick Nemeth, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, Bandito, Obafemi are all above him. Joe Hendry, which is rightfully so. Okada isn't in the top 10. That's kind of criminal.
No, Okada, I understand, bitch.
Okada. The thing is that I will say I feel with Okada, he usually is a top 10 wrestler.
Oh my God, MJF at 30. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's fucked up.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like MJF being not in the top 10. I feel like is criminal because I'm sorry, like the work that he's put in. I'm like,
I would have put MJF at 2.
What?
What?
If not there, I would have said at least 6. Where Jey Uso
I would have put him at 2. The reason I would have put him at 2 is because currently, and maybe it's just because I'm, WWE biased, MJF is one of the only fucking reasons to watch that goddamn show.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I mean, even though his act is repetitive as hell.
But it's good. Like, that is a character I can see for 20 fucking years, dude. Like, it's a good character. It's transcendent.
I'm sorry, but it just feels like a parody of another character on the show that is stale, which I do admit. This Mark Briscoe feud feels like Christian Cage as a feud.
Over him. They got Briscoe over MJF and El Hijo del Vikingo.
Okay, like Kingo with the Reach of Mexico before he got Super Cena. Before he got Super Cena, I could see. Now,
we can make arguments for the top 10, but dude, the list itself is kind of disrespectful.
Considering Masha's in the top 25 is wild.
Sami Zayn isn't in the top 100. Karrion Kross isn't in the top 100.
You knew that was not gonna happen.
Chad Gable isn't in the top 100. Chad Gable.
Yeah, but with Chad, he's also been out on injury for a while.
Yeah, and he's also been under the mask.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna go and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Chad Gable / El Grande Americano. Like, they're not gonna do that.
No. Yeah.
But I was gonna say before, just because I want to finish this point regarding Okada. Like, Okada's a top 10 wrestler. I think any other, like, go look back at his New Japan run. Go look back at like any year of Okada. You can sit there and go, yeah, he's a top 10 wrestler.
Just not right now.
You brought him into AEW and you completely, in my opinion, as someone who genuinely loves Okada, literally, they have ruined him. And that, for me, is one of those reasons why, like, I don't see him as a top 10 wrestler, because where has he been given an opportunity to show that off? You haven't given him the spotlight. You've put him as a sideline character in the Don Callis family. You have not given him any spotlight to actually go and be like, oh yeah, hey, Okada's, like imagine an Okada versus MJF feud. That would feed fucking families.
Yeah,
I agree.
That would feed families. But no, we're not gonna give you guys that. We're gonna give you guys MJF versus Mark Briscoe.
And we're gonna do Okada versus Takeshita for the right of Don Callis.
I would not put MJF 2. I would probably put MJF 4. Gunther should be 2.
Yeah,
that is fair. Granted, he needs to win at Wrestle Freaking Mania.
Dude, win or lose, Gunther's character is just, dude, I hate him.
Yeah,
I hate him.
That's just because you hate him as his nationality.
It's the overall character too. Like, the nationality does help it, but it's the overall character too. It just feels so Nazi-like. They do really good at his heel. Like,
his presentation as well. Like, there's never been a match where I sit there that I'm like, all of a sudden I watch fucking a Gunther match and I don't go, holy, like, he knows what he's doing in there.
Right.
It all seems so simple. And he hits you with the basics.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was just about to say. He will hit you with basic shit like power bombs, but make it feel so fucking uncomfortable to watch.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But I
What
think
this
I think
Exactly.
did to Jimmy Uso was insane.
I think honestly, if they do it right, you know who I think will be like top 10, top 20 when he comes back next year? Dragunov.
Yeah,
I'll put money on it.
No, I'm going
I'll
to
put
say
money.
this.
I agree
And
with that.
what champion do you see if they pull the trigger on him even beating? I don't
You know
see him
what?
beating Dom. I damn sure don't see him beating Seth.
What I
Well,
really want to see, but it's going to take so long to get there, and I understand it because you would have to build this story. I would want to
Yeah.
see, I would want to see Ilya be heel-ish. Maybe not full heel because I would want to see him go against Gunther, but I don't want to see a pretty Ilya happy, being with everybody's friend, giving everybody respect. I want to see
yeah.
a broken, mean, evil
Yeah.
Ilya.
I mean,
In all honesty,
the reason I'm
so this is what I'll say in regards to the oh who do I see Dragunov coming in and like pulling the trigger. The idea that I've had circulating is Cena taking the belt off Dom. Cena taking the belt off Dom. Either before because is Cena scheduled to appear before
it's
Crown Jewel, or is he
no,
not?
he has a couple appearances for Crown Jewel. So you're thinking the Crown Jewel match is for the IC title.
I see Dom dropping the title because he's AAA Mega Champion. So they're gonna take the belt off him, give Cena versus Styles a title, and let Styles because you're looking at it. I don't see Cena going over Styles unless because regardless, the way I look at it, either Styles wins the belt and Styles is IC champion, or they keep it on Cena, and Cena's final match, the Saturday night main event, is Cena versus Gunther, and Gunther takes the IC title.
Wouldn't that feel like a downgrade though after his world title reign?
You're saying John Cena, the guy who put the U.S. title on his back and made the U.S. Open
No, I'm talking
tally.
about Gunther as IC champ. So
Okay, guys, we're getting off topic.
So wait, before you switch the topic, just another note. Ethan Page 43, Penta 45, Drew McIntyre 46, Dirty Dominic 48. That's criminal when you understand that 49 is Matt Riddle. They put Ricochet over all of these people that I just mentioned. Okay?
That's not right.
I
That's
mean,
not
he's
right.
bald. He's bald and beautiful. Chill.
Fuck Ricochet.
The list
You
is
want to fuck him down too? Damn.
the
Okay,
list
if you
is
make one more gay
incredibly
reference, I'm
long.
going to tell your pastor.
The list is incredibly
I will
long.
figure out where your church is. Don't
I
don't
don't
tempt
know
me.
who ranks. I don't know who ranks these things. Maybe it's because ESPN is now involved and ESPN's list or that shit too. But this list is criminal.
Yeah. Now, to move on.
Imagine Riddle in the top 30.
Oh, God. Now, to move on to our final topic for today, the Indieverse, we are going to be talking about a little bit of National Wrestling Alliance. In a couple of weeks, we have Samhain Part 3. We do have the debut of Shotzi, where her official match has been announced. She will be taking on the Crush, Miss Natalia Markova, in her debut match in NWA. Dear God, oh my God, that's going to be violent. It's going to be so violent. Because Natalia Markova, in her own sense, is very violent and very hard-hitting. And Shotzi doesn't give a fuck. So them two are going to kill each other. And I love it. And then also, the Hex will be making their return to the NWA. As well, Matt Cardona will be making his return to the NWA to take on Daisy Kills. That's also going to be a good match. I already know it. Now, some other good news coming out of Defy Wrestling. Mr. Brian Keith, the bounty hunter, collected on another bounty as he is the new Defy World Champion. And then this weekend, we got a few fucking things going on. We got Wrestling Revolver Redemption 2025. We got a no rope pit fight Revolver Texas title match, JD Griffey versus Brick Savage. Texas Death Match, Jay Chris versus Sky De La Crimosa. First time ever, BDE versus Maya World, MPX tag title match, The Scorn versus Alpha Sig. A lot more. Then we also got Progress Wrestling Chapter 184, Camden Lock Up. In a loser leaves Progress match, we got Nina Samuels versus Kainji. In an Atlas Championship match, we got Gene Money versus Will Cruz. In Rio's open challenge for the Progress, then Rio will have an open challenge for the Progress Women's World Championship. The new Men's World Championship, man like DeReese, will be in action. The return of Simon Miller and much more. Then there's also TNT's Deathmatch tournament that they have going on in Germany this weekend. And if you haven't already, make sure you go to NWAmerch.shop, buy all that shit. Go and buy a jacket or a fucking hoodie or a shirt or trading cards. If you don't buy something, well, guess what? You're going to deal with 1,000 carats for all eternity. I plague you.
Okay, Excalibur.
Anyone else got anything to plug?
Check out my litany of podcasts every fucking day of the week except Wednesday.
Well, you just triggered a lot of AEW supermarks, but yeah, I was gonna plug UWO, even though I won't be on it tonight.
Yes, UWO tonight, UWO Monday, UFA Tuesday, UPOL Thursday.
Wilson, anything you want to plug? No?
Buy my merch. Buy my merch.
You asked.
With all of that, I will leave you all with this. Leave the goats alone. And eat bacon. Thank you. Have a good night.
I'm the hell out of here if you say that.